The Gemara in Masechet Chaya, page 4, I think it's A, but it may be B, says that if you did not find a way to sanctify HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name today, it was better off you didn't come to the world. Meaning, if you didn't find a way to sanctify HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name every day, find a way to do Kiddush Hashem, better off you didn't come to the world. Why? What's your purpose? What's your purpose? Now, we always hear when there's a Shiur Torah, or there's a Minyan, and they say that Kadosh Baruch Hu wanted to bring merit to Am Yisrael, so he gave them a lot of mitzvot. What does it mean? Another understanding could be that he wanted to give merit to Am Yisrael by keeping them busy with constant mitzvot, because each one of those mitzvot, when you fulfill it in the name of Hashem, is a way to sanctify HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name. It's a way for you to constantly think about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Oh, you are about to have water. Are you going to do a blessing or not? Oh, if you do a blessing, why are you doing a blessing? You think of Hashem. It's a way of sanctifying His name. Oh, you can learn Torah. You can do a blessing before you learn Torah? No. Oh, you know the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because they didn't bless the Torah before they learned. Oh, you didn't know? Okay, now you not only learned, but you also did a blessing. And so on and so forth. Every single thing you benefit in the world, you find there is a blessing for it. There's a way to sanctify Kadosh Baruch Hu's name for it. And that way you're constantly busy living your life while sanctifying Kadosh Baruch Hu's name. You don't have to stop your life and everybody in the world become an avrech. That would be Mashiach days. But you could live your life. Torah says you could live your life. You could go to work. You could pick up boxes. You could drive a car. You could, drive a ship or something. You do whatever it is that you're doing, as long as it's a kosher job. But remember HaKadosh Baruch Hu in whatever it is that you're doing. You're eating, remember to do a blessing. Remember that it has to be a kosher food. Remember that you're only allowed to eat in this place and not in that place. If there's a dead body, don't eat next to it. Don't eat next to it. Why? Because the dead body is there. Dead body is there. And you're eating. The dead body is still, there's a neshama there. And then you're going to cause it suffering that it can't eat and you're eating. So this is a simple halakha that if you dealt with the dead, you realize that is halakha. I have to know, okay, so even eating, I can't eat next to the dead body. Yeah, but I have to be a shomer. When somebody's dead, somebody died, and you can't be buried at that time. You have to, halakha is, or the minag really is, that you have to have somebody there. You have to have somebody there. It could be a man, it could be a woman, ideally a man. But what about, okay, you have to go to eat at some point. It says you can't eat next to him. So what do you do? Okay, go to the next room. Go to the next room. Point is that there's all these little intricate details of how to live your life like a regular person, but still remembering Hashem along the way. All of the Tanaim, all of the Amoraim, all of them did something. They didn't necessarily all just learn Torah all the time. They all did something. You know, they sold shoes, they made shoes, they sewed stuff, there are all types of professions. There were doctors, and so on and so forth. No one is saying don't work and just be an avrech and a kollel from morning to night, and that's the only way that you can go to heaven. No one is saying that. You can be. That would be fantastic. That's like a dream. But for most people, it's not a reality. Not necessarily just because they don't have the emunah to do it and the belief that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will send them the financial power to do it, but also because a lot of people just don't have the mental capacity. The mental capacity is just sit there for 12, 14 hours learning. Some people, they could listen to a shiur for 3 hours, but you give them a book, 3 minutes. Or they can learn a book, but for 3 hours. 14 hours? You're a little crazy. Enough. Okay, so you can be balabait. You could work and you could study. There's no problem with that. No one says that you have to study full-time all the time. Just study. A set amount of time every day. V'yigita bo yomam v'layla. You get to the Torah and learn it yomam v'layla, in the morning and at night. You make time for it in the morning, you make time for it at night. The Rambam says that you should study the majority of your Torah at night. And if it didn't say learn it day and night, we would literally only study at night and never in the morning. Because the Torah that you learn at night is Torah that you get your real wisdom from. That's where you get your real wisdom from. So much so the Rambam says if anybody understood the magnitude of learning Torah at night, they would never waste a single night on eating, sleeping, drinking, or doing anything mundane other than just learning Torah. That's how valuable the Torah is at night. But again, if you have a day job, and that day job requires you to go there 9 o'clock in the morning, you learning all night every night, it's not possible. Why? You have to wake up in the morning, you have to go to work. And you can't tell, oh no, I studied Torah, so that's why I'm sleeping on a job. That doesn't work. Then you're stealing. Because the guy's paying you not to sleep. He's paying you to work. So, again, everybody has to be a grown-up and evaluate themselves, but you're 100% encouraged, not just allowed, encouraged to live your regular life, work, do, but keep Hashem in mind. Keep Hashem in mind. And if you do that, you'll see that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is literally at the tip of your tongue all day. You're doing blessing before you eat. You decide whether this deal that you're doing is kosher or not. You decide whether to make this arrangement or not. You decide whether to go to a place or not, because there's certain people that are anti and certain people that are for. You decide how to pick all types of things. If you have the mind, if you have a Torah constantly in your mind, every decision that you make throughout the day has that, as part of the consideration. It's not something, the Torah is not something you think about only when you're learning. The Torah is something that's constantly on your mind, that you make your decisions based on what the Torah says, not necessarily based on what your desire says. The average person makes their decisions based on what they want. Someone that wants to comply with the Torah and wants to go to Olam Haba makes the decisions based on what the Torah says. It has nothing to do with what they want or not. First is it allowed or not allowed? Then I'll decide whether I want to or not. The average ignoramus is going to decide, what do I want? Is it allowed? What do I want? He decides what he wants, and then decide, is it allowed or not allowed? Why is that a problem? If you decide, is it allowed, not allowed according to the Torah, and then decide whether you want it or not, that means that you've already looked at things based on what Torah's mindset, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's mindset. Allowed, not allowed. Not allowed, okay, I'm not even considering whether I want it or not. It immediately gets rejected at the door. But if I decide whether I like it or not, and then review whether it's allowed or not, I'm already nagua. I'm already biased. Why? I like it. It's delicious. I'm already tasting it. I'm already smelling it. I already see myself doing it. It already becomes harder to say no. So what do? You manipulate the Torah. Find a way to make the pig allowed. You find a way to make a leniency. You know it's not allowed, but I like it. So how could I make it allowed? Is there a way, Rabbi, to make it allowed? Like somebody asked me the other day, is there a way to make it allowed to do such and such? I said, no. Yeah, but this rabbi said it's allowed. I don't know, Rabbi or Smurf. I don't know what this guy is, but it's not allowed. But is there a way to make it allowed? No, there's no way to make it allowed. But how come he said it? I don't know. I can't speak for him. I can't speak for everybody. I can tell you what's allowed, what's not allowed. So that's why it's ideally our goal should be to get ourselves to a point where one day we are reviewing things based on allowed, not allowed, based on the Torah, and then decide whether we like it or not. That's the ideal. That's the tzaddik. That's the tzaddik. It's not always that way. It doesn't always necessarily work that way, but that's the ideal way to do it.